This is a tutorial helping to teach about creating guides inside of Adobe Indesign. There are two ways to create guides in Adobe Indesign. One way is you can create your own by dragging them off of rulers. And if you don't have rulers like this, all you have to do is press Control and R, and that will pull up your rulers. And you can click and drag, and that will create a guide. And there are these light blue cyan lines, and you can do that both from the side and from the top. Now the nice thing about guides is the fact that when I create a shape like a rectangle, they will automatically snap or jump to these guides, so they'll just line up with them. And it makes it so that way you can keep everything really nicely organized. Now, if you want to get rid of guides you've already made, you go to View, go down to Grids and Guides, and you can hide your guides, you can lock your guides, and then you can also delete all guides on your spread. So I'm going to do. The other way to create guides, so this first way I clicked and dragged them, but it was all based on me following along. Even though you can see on this left side that there's a little line that tells me where I am on the ruler. Sometimes it's nice to have a computer do that for me. And so I'm going to go to Layout and click Create Guides. Now what this does is the computer is going to automatically create these guides for me, which is nice because it's very precise. So let's say I want 2 columns in my project. I'm going to go up to 2, and you can see that it created 2 guides, and these are going to be my 2 columns here. And it's even created a little bit of space so that way they aren't ramming right up against each other. And this gutter is that space between. So if I increase that, it's going to make that distance bigger. If I make it smaller, I can go all the way down to 0 and have them on top of each other. And all of this, if you aren't seeing the same thing, make sure that you have the preview button checked. So that way, because when we have it checked, it'll show us what's going on before we actually hit OK. Then we can decide what we actually want before we hit OK. You can do the same thing with rows. So say if I want 3 rows, now here's 1 and 2 and 3. And they're really nice for keeping things organized. And so basically that is the way to create and use guides. And I hope that helps you.